Hola amigos, bien ok. Saludos otra vez desde Medellín. Una tarde muy bonita, como siempre. Entonces, el tema de hoy. Um, ¿Qué pasó y qué es el mejor táctico cosa para hacer si tú estás en una conversación, por ejemplo, una transacción, algo que usted va a preparar y tiene una respuesta más complicado que ustedes esperando? Eso es el tema de hoy. ¿Cómo puedo revisar y casi reformar la información para demostrar cuál parte con esta tú entiendo y cuál otra parte que tú no entiendo? So ese es el tema de hoy. So today we're going to talk about paraphrasing or summaries and how this can help us in a situation where we've gone to do some kind of transaction, let's say. So we prepared for what we hope to achieve. I've come here to do this, I'd like to do this. And we get back an answer that isn't just a standard yes or no or fill in the form. We get a very technical answer back. What do we do? And that's the point. Paraphrase, summarize. So that was my thing today. I was going for an appointment. It should be a fairly linear process. I arrive, I do one of two things. It's like a yes-no answer, hopefully, and then I get the thing I've gone to get. But no, there was a problem. In this case, the answer I got was quite a technical answer, which was perfectly correct, because it really explained why it wasn't possible. But there was a lot of information in that answer that I didn't completely understand. So rather than unpack all of the technical words, which are really to do with what happened in the computer system and why it wasn't working and why this meant that the process couldn't be done, the quickest way to summarize it was really, okay, so it's not possible to do that today. And the answer was yes, or rather no. No, it's not possible to do this today. So if you see, I could have approached that two ways. I could have challenged some of the technical vocabulary I didn't understand, which was fair. I could have asked for an explanation of what do you mean by system recovery, and I would have got more technical explanation back. But in this context of what I'd gone to do, I wasn't looking for a lesson on computer systems and their problems. I wanted to know whether the task I'd gone to do was possible, and it wasn't. So my summary was more on that form. It was, okay, so what you're telling me is there's a problem and this means I cannot do what I've come here to do. And I suppose no, you can't do what you come here to do, not today. So I was able to get a quicker and clearer response without doing perhaps what sometimes we might think is a good thing to do, which is challenge the first word we don't understand. So this shows two kind of ways to do it. The first one is when we arrive, we say as clearly as we can what we're there to do or why we need their help. And then we wait for the answer. And hopefully this should be just pretty much a yes, no, or follow me, fill in this form, start the process. And then usually that takes care of itself, and it's a bit easier. But sometimes, like today, if you get a very complicated technical type answer coming back, which is not quite what you expected, but you can sense from the general tone of voice the face expression of the person telling you, that kind of sad, helpless sort of look, you know that this is not going the way it should. So rather than labour the point with them as about to like, why, just ask, just be very clear and clarify what you've understood up to that point, which is, so it's not possible. Give that as a question and see what you get back, because very quickly you'll get, no, it's not possible. Okay, so then you can ask one of those really useful key questions: what do we do now? And then you get a better answer and hopefully a less technical answer. So that just shows you a slightly different technique you might need to employ. Like I say, you could challenge new vocabulary, because that's always a good thing to try for sometimes if you don't understand what they said. But really, listen more for like the general tone of what the person's talking about. You should be able to spot, I hope by now, whether this is like a positive type conversation or a negative type conversation. And then give that summary of what you've understood, because if you're wrong and I get, no, it's okay, it's just going to take longer, you will get a very quick rephrase of what they've been saying. So that's the tip for the day. Paraphrase. If the vocab's too complicated, paraphrase what you've generally understood, ask that as a question, and let them come back to you with a clearer answer. So, I hope that one helps. Worked for me today anyway. So wherever you are, I bid you Feliz noche, desde Medellín. Cheerio for now. See you tomorrow.